By my thinking, we organized, fought, and won the Second World War in less time than it's taken the VA to make this building available. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's kind of funny, but it's really not funny. It's a tragic fact. And not only is the building taken 4 years to be made available, but it's been empty for 20 years. Not only this building, but 2 other buildings right next door to it, which are remaining empty under the current process. So it's a bit of a victory that we have 1 building available, but it's a real tragedy that the other 2 buildings are not going to be made available at the same time, while there are many homeless vets living on the street in LA. It's just outrageous this has taken as long as it is.
How many homeless vets do you think these buildings could help if they were all brought online?
It depends on how they're configured, whether they're configured for single occupancy or other ways of configuring them. But they're 3 45,000 square foot buildings, so in total there's 135,000 square feet of space that can be configured to hold, several hundreds of people,
right,
who are now sleeping in Skid Row or on the beach in Santa Monica or elsewhere in Los Angeles, who are been in the service.
Recently, the Santa Monica City Council considered a resolution acknowledging the efforts of yourself and others, and you decided to remove your name from that accolade. Can you tell us why?
Well, because I felt we haven't accomplished anything, so I thought patting myself or having my colleagues pat me on the back was a bad idea. And I thought, patting other people on the back for, hey Ray, for doing work was a bad idea when we didn't have 1 single vet in a bed. When we get the vets in the bed, then we should maybe have some accolades, but not now. And I was mad. I'm afraid I lost my temper in the meeting. I was mad when I saw that this thing was coming forward. I just thought it was a terrible thing.
Right. What would your mother say?
I hope she would only say something and not chase me with a stick and beat me over the head.
No, what would she say about taking the accolades?
I think she would not think it was right. I mean, I said in the meeting that she said it would have said it was unseemly, but I was trying to be polite. I think she would have said something a little rougher than that. I mean, it's so wrong to not put the vets in these buildings. It's really outrageous, and all federal officials who've been responsible for that over the last 20 years have some responsibility. I mean, these buildings are empty. They have been empty. What's the story? We are the homeless capital of the world in Los Angeles. We have more homeless vets here than any other city in the United States, and we've got empty buildings on a VA property. I mean, if my mother were up and around, she'd go, and hit. My grandma used to have a thing that we would be hit with a coat hanger. We're going to get spanked. We're going to be hit with a coat hanger. So this is getting hit with a coat hanger time. It's really bad.
Real quick, respectful of your time, give us an update on Project Red. How are things looking with Project Red?
Things are going pretty good. Well, we did the great auction. We raised $42 million at the auction in New York on Valentine's Day. We're now above $110 million in 18 months. It's the fastest and most successful cause-related project in history so far.
How many lives is that, Bobby?
Well, we have it on the website. There are different ways of calculating. It depends on how many ARVs are distributed, but it's hundreds of thousands of people. Well, and we hope to continue to make that sustainable. That's the big deal, that people have to keep buying these products, shirts, watches. These are, if you believe it, red sunglasses, red cell phones from Motorola, red iPods. That continuing purchase of gifts, and Christmas is coming up, of those products instead of other products, and the same kinds of products would be just great. That's what it's all depends on.
Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, Dr. Tagami. Always a pleasure.